Alright, y'all, in today's video, as you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, I'm gonna have to be saying goodbye to One Piece New Dreams. Now, I'm not making this video because it's just a hot topic to hate on this game. I'm making it because, I actually do really enjoy this game, or at least I did, and I just really feel bad for, the place that the game's currently in. This is definitely one of the most hated games on Roblox, or at least any Roblox, and to be honest, the game didn't even fully deserve it. It was kind of funny at the start, but people kind of just took it too far and just started talking mess on the game every single day until, the player count dropped to around 300 to 600 per day, which is very sad because this game definitely deserves more. It's something unique. Whenever someone finally tries making a unique One Piece game, people respond like, obviously how they are in the Discord to it, which is pretty messed up if you ask me. But at the same time, like, the developers and the staff, or at least the staff, like, they aren't saints. People are walking around boosted and things like that. It's just not a fun experience when you get killed by a boosted person, even though it is pretty easy to kind of avoid those types of situations. It may not be the same for everybody, but yeah, I want to mainly talk about like why this game actually got to this point and what they could possibly do to fix in the future. Now, one of the main reasons people quit this game is the boosting. They kind of just started cutting down on it kind of too late, I feel. Like, people were just walking around with extra weapons, extra stats apparently, stuff like that, man. It was just not good at all. And also devil fruits, I don't know if that's necessarily boosted or not, but I heard back in CC everybody got wiped, so I don't know why someone should have a fruit when they're not even released. Who knows? But yeah, boosting was like one of the big things. And the way to stop that simple, just don't boost people, pick more reliable staff. No offense to any of the staff out there. If you're actually doing your job, good for you. But, if you're out there boosting people, like, that's for real not cool. And I also saw a screenshot the other day of, like, people, like, chatting with the staff, making cross trades and stuff like that. Just getting items in GPO and exchanging them for just, like, items in One Piece New Dream that they can probably get from a tool. I'm not really sure the permissions certain staff have, but I'm guessing they can just use any item. Who knows? But yeah, another thing that really killed the game was the lack of optimization. I think everybody can relate to this. Like, it's very laggy at times. Like, maybe you just load into a server, you'll be at a good 60 to 40 ping, but if you stay in there for a little too long, like an hour or so, like, you're gonna spike up to 100 and then it keeps going up, and then your FPS is the real problem. If you've been in a server for like over an hour, like, your FPS will drop to like 30 or like 12, I don't know. And in games like this, like, that just can't happen, especially when it's such a high risk for a low reward in this game. And that brings me on to my next point. We're losing so much more than we're actually gaining in this game. Is crazy. I don't really think people really understand the scale at which this is. I'm not going to talk about the bosses in this one. I want to talk more about the PvP. There's already like 300 to 600 players playing this game, and that's not a lot of people for a video game. So you're just going to be coming across the same people, and like, you can barely find anybody your level. If you're kind of like me in that middle position and you have decent hockey, you have decent investments, but you can't necessarily fight anybody you want to. If you go to a high level person, you're gonna get cooked. If you go to a low level person, you're not gonna get anything. So it's just not worth it to even explore anymore in this game, especially since they lowered the player count, which they had to do obviously for optimization. But that just made it worse for progression, and like, it's kind of hard to get anywhere even with the crew by your side. It's like anytime you're going out on the ocean for long periods of time to check every single island to see if you can find anybody that'll give you some XP. It's kind of like you're taking a gamble, like an hour or 2 hours of my time, and it's not even guaranteed that I'm gonna find someone my level or someone that I can even get XP off of. With this, I'm not gonna lie, like, they can, like, there's multiple options for like a temporary fix for this until they get their players back up. Like, maybe they can add some NPCs with different levels, different spawn points, just a variety of NPCs, like, kind of make it a PvE based type of game for a little bit. Even though that would probably take a lot of time, I mean, it's kind of worth it for the state the game's in, and it would bring back a lot of players. I also think they could probably add like an arena mode. Like, I was thinking an NPC just at a random place in the map, like, that you can access anytime, and you get put in a global matchmaking. Or like, you fight players around your level, something like that. And it's not like you don't even have to get a Poneglyph or anything too crazy off of it. Maybe just like a little bit of hockey XP, something reasonable for your level. We just need new content in general, man. Like, I know the owner made he made a pretty decent point about saying, like, if you don't even have advanced hockey yet, you shouldn't be talking about content in the game. But that's a whole separate thing. That's progression. Like, to even get to that point, you need to get kills in hockey XP, and the options we have is just not working right now. We got the axe boss that gives decent XP at the start, but once you hit around that 2.5 to 3 level, like, he starts like kind of slowing down your XP. And then you got the Eduardo boss that, like, I don't care, bro. That boss is too hard, bro. Like, I'm not standing there for 6 minutes perfect dashing him, and not everybody has a crew they can just go there with to get XP off of him. And like I said earlier, high risk, low reward. Whenever I ended up killing him, I only got around 100k belly bounty and trash loot. We also have the capture points, which is getting pretty old, and whenever you go there, you're most likely going to run into someone who's way higher than you in terms of level. We also have the execution, which is pretty much a capture point, but instead it's a little more messy in a very small island. And what else do we have? The Coliseum that barely pops up. I don't know if it's just for me, but I was in the game for hours, just server hopping and even sticking around some servers for quite a bit, and I have not gone to Coliseum. But this was in the double rates, by the way. I don't know if it's just me, I'm unlucky or something. I don't know, but we don't have much to work with. Like I said, the arena option would be something good. We just need something that we can always go to, like not something automated that we got to wait in the server for, because PvP is not working, man. We're not getting enough, or we're just losing a lot. And even if they were to just buff like how much you get from a player, or nerf how much you lose, there's still not even enough players playing the game for PvP to even be viable anymore. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say, or all I can really fit in this video. If this video gets to any staff member or someone a part of the dev team, or even the owner, this video was not meant to like just straight up hate on y'all. I'm sorry if it seemed that way. I just got a little bit heated talking about this because it's such a great game with great potential, and it just doesn't deserve to be in the state that it's in right now. But yeah, all I gotta say, don't add those fruits. Focus on what needs to be added in, and yeah, peace.